Move on now to another story we've been following for months, the slowdown with your mail. This week, the U.S. Postal Service says it found slowdowns at the St. Paul Distribution Center and at 3 other South Metro locations. And now that's an investigation that is getting a lot bigger. Sammy, you checked it out today. What's going on?
Jana, the report found more than 100,000 cases of mail delays and other issues. Now an investigation is launching across the entire Minnesota and North Dakota Postal District.
Audits from the United States Postal Service Office of Inspector General shows issues with delayed mail, package scanning, and more at the Eagan and Apple Valley post offices and the New Brighton Carrier Annex. For example, in Eagan, the audit states on the morning of November 14th, we identified about 53,000 delayed mail pieces. Why did it happen? Management did not provide adequate resources and oversight.
I'm sending a letter to Germany to my granddaughter. Her birthday's coming up.
Paul Hoyer goes to the Eagan post office. He says mail has been slow lately.
A lot of nights we get our mail at 9 o'clock at night. Sometimes it don't come until the next day.
But he says he has sympathy for management.
I don't think there's a lot they can do right now in the position they're in with short staff.
I think USPS has some serious management issues right now.
Representative Angie Craig does not.
Service levels have really declined across Minnesota over the last years, and we need to get to the bottom of it so that USPS can fix it.
She and South Metro residents have been sounding the alarm over delayed mail.
Now we have proof that what my constituents have been telling me for a year now is absolutely right.
It's always inconsistent. I never know when I'm going to get my mail.
On top of those 3 East Metro facilities, an audit for the St. Paul Processing and Distribution Center identified similar issues. In all of the reports, management cited insufficient staffing. But the audit pointed out in most cases, management was to blame.
I am not surprised because we have heard so many people say they've had delayed mail.
Senator Amy Klobuchar says these findings are concerning.
That's why the Inspector General, on a request from Senator Smith and myself and Congresswoman Craig, has decided to extend this to the entire state because this is not just in one area.
USPS denied our request for an interview but did respond to the audit, saying in a comment that management generally agrees with the findings. But in 3 of the 4 reports, they said some information is misleading because the audit highlights the number of issues but fails to compare it to the entire scope of their work. They also mentioned steps they're taking to address the issues.
The Inspector General announced they will be investigating the entire Minnesota North Dakota district the same day this audit came out. They will then have specific recommendations for management to address. In recent months, Minnesota's U.S. representatives and senators have been calling for a region-wide inspection like this. Jana?
Now, Sammy, I know the Postal Service wouldn't talk to you, but did any of the people you spoke to give you any indication with how long the people that are having these delays will start to feel some relief, when things will kind of ungum?
Not really. I mean, the USPS did mention that they would really like to implement some changes by the end of March. Okay. Obviously, folks have been dealing with these issues for a while now.
Long time. Thanks so much, Sammy. Appreciate it.